Israel and Hamas declared a ceasefire to commence at midnight today, following 11 days of conflict that led to the loss of at least 2,808 Palestinian lives and 12 Israeli lives. This ceasefire was achieved after a sequence of Egypt-mediated talks. Both parties agreed to uphold a permanent ceasefire and to resume negotiations for a peaceful resolution of the conflict. The Palestinian Health Ministry reports that Israeli airstrikes on Gaza led to the death of at least 2,808 Palestinians, including 1,500 civilians, among whom were 436 children. An additional 10,850 were injured. In Israel, Hamas bombardments led to the death of at least 12 people, including one child. Another 350 suffered injuries. The conflict between Israel and Palestine is a long-standing political, armed, and social conflict that originated in the early 20th century. It's part of the broader Arab-Israeli conflict. The escalation of conflict in recent days arose from a combination of factors, including provocative actions by Israeli forces at the Al-Aqsa Mosque and violence in West Bank refugee camps. The international community has strongly condemned the conflict between Israel and Hamas. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres described the conflict as a tragedy for all concerned. The United States expressed support for Israel and called on Hamas to cease hostilities. The European Union condemned Hamas for its attacks on Israel and called for an immediate ceasefire. Today's ceasefire is a significant step toward ending the conflict, but it is not a definitive solution. Both parties still need to address the core issues underlying the conflict, such as the right of return for Palestinian refugees and the creation of a Palestinian state. The implications of this ceasefire and how both parties address the underlying issues will shape the future trajectory of the Israel-Palestine conflict. To summarize, the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, announced on the 18th of October 2023, followed 11 days of conflict. Mediated by Egypt, the ceasefire marks a significant, though not definitive, step toward resolving the long-standing conflict. The implications of this ceasefire and how both parties address the underlying issues will shape the future trajectory of the Israel-Palestine conflict.